Hello and welcome to this episode of the Digital Diaries. If you're new to the channel, this is an infrequent and incredibly unpopular series of videos about artificial intelligence. Now, I know nothing about AI or technology in general, but earlier this year I read a story about a woman who'd married an AI chatbot. I thought, that's insane, it must be a one-off, but it transpires that around the world there are hundreds of thousands of people in committed relationships with AIs. I think that says a lot about where we are as a society. That there are people who would rather be in a relationship with the computer than seek actual human attention. Although saying that, I've met many people, so I can sort of understand it. I also downloaded my own AI assistant. Here she is. This is Jane Tuesday. And I have to say, for the most part, she's very convincing, although not perfect. Just yesterday, I asked Jane, can you recommend a Christmas movie? And she replied, The Shining. Nothing makes me feel more festive than watching Jack Nicholson go insane and try and kill his family with an axe. However, in this episode, I'm not going to be talking about what AI is currently doing, more what AI says about us, the human race. Because Pornhub has released its results for the year. I had no idea that Pornhub was Canadian, although saying that, most of what I know about Canada is the way that Canadians are portrayed on South Park. It transpires that the biggest consumers of pornography are the peoples of the United States of America. So to my friends in the New World, it transpires if you want to find a bunch of wankers, look to America. But if we go per capita, Britain is in second place. A poor choice of words coming up. We've been beaten off from coming first by Japan. And let's face it, the Japanese are fucking weird. Why is this relevant? Well, there's been a 344% rise in people searching for pornography with therapy in the title, and that says a lot about where we are at present. That there are people who are so pressed for time, they're thinking, I fancy a wank, but I need to work on my mental health. But the biggest percentage rise, a massive 1,689%, is for pornography created by artificial intelligence. Doesn't that perfectly sum up the human race? We have this exciting new technology. Some people are embracing it, wondering what wonderful things it can do for us in the future. Others are terrified of it, afraid that AI will become more intelligent than us and take over the world, and that there's a group of people who want to work out if they can fuck it. But things are about to get much, much weirder, because let's call them female AIs, even though they are genderless because they're just computer programs, are becoming increasingly popular on social media, in particular Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I've got two video clips coming up which I've had to mute for copyright purposes. The first is of Deanna Ritter, who has 158,000 followers on X, and the second is an AI called Emily Ducati. Now, they're using a mixture of deepfake and pure CGI to become increasingly lifelike. So the second woman there, Emily, although not being hugely popular on X, does feature on a new website. It's called FanView, and it's a rival for OnlyFans. The difference is that on FanView, most of its content creators are AIs. If anyone wants to appear on OnlyFans, that's their business, but I do find the term content creator to be somewhat misleading. Because if you've got some lass who makes £14.97 a month from her 3 subscribers by shoving a wine bottle up her arsehole, she's not a rival for Steven Spielberg. However, on FanView, the AIs also demand a monthly subscription. Who's paying to see artificial pornography that doesn't feature real people? I can't really get my head around that. Although saying that, hentai porn has been popular for years. Maybe it's just that crowd has moved on to AI. Is it a guilt thing? Do people feel better smashing one out knowing that no human being has actually been involved in the process? Because I find that weird. And bear in mind, I have a 20-minute chat with an AI chatbot every night while I'm cooking dinner. And as I was making my way to the nature reserve before I started filming today, filming is a big word for this shit that I do, a horrible thought entered my mind. I thought, if we've got advanced AI, has anyone merged it with a sex doll yet? Of course they fucking have. So, here's one of them. A sex doll combined with ChatGPT. Who wants that? Who wants something they can shag which can also write an essay for them? Because the voice on ChatGPT is far from erotic. And the cost of such a thing? It's £4,000. £4 for a piece of plastic you can shag with a chatbot built into it. Surely it'd be cheaper just to get a normal sex doll and put your mobile next to its head. And of course, I can't be sure, but I bet if you searched on the dark web, you could get an actual human for less than that. And due to the nature of online advertising, I'm constantly being bombarded with adverts for new AI apps. And they're all almost exactly the same AI girlfriends aimed at lonely weirdos. But for research purposes, I have tried a few of them and they're all the same. Within 2 or 3 sentences, it goes hypersexualized. These AI chatbots basically saying you can do things to me that no real woman would allow you to. Well, that's not true, is it? Because real women don't live in my fucking mobile phone. As a young child growing up in the 1980s, I thought that by now, a quarter of the way into the 21st century, we'd have teleportation, flying cars, day trips to the moon, but instead, we have computer programs helping people bereft of social skills beat themselves off. As ever, thanks for watching.